To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. So today's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. I'm getting a late start, but you can see that it's a beautiful day, lots of sun and snow. It's starting to melt. Gotta be careful with the metal roof that we just put on. All that ice and snow slides off in big clumps. Can only imagine being under that when that falls down, but you can see it here too. Look at my new bridge. You didn't see that video, go check that out. Loving the bridge. Yeah, we're gonna do some more to the bridge, obviously. Somebody said, are you gonna put pavers or gravel down? Yeah, we'll put pavers down probably initially. And again, you know, we didn't build it because we're looking out for our old age, although that is a good opportunity that we'll have something to get into our house if we ever get in a wheelchair. But if we ever get into a wheelchair, then we'll deal with a sidewalk then. But for now, there's no reason to overkill everything until we're broke. We'll just deal with each problem as they come along. So as I've been telling you, we've been pretty excited about getting some chickens. And we thought we were gonna have to wait till March to get them, and I really didn't want to wait that long. I mean, I really wanted to get an early start with chickens. And so I found out that we'll be able to buy chickens online, and they mail them to you. So we're gonna get 10 of them. Here in the next few days is my suspicions. I've already ordered the feeders, you know, the bedding and all that. We're trying to figure out what kind of container we're gonna put them in. Carolyn wants to build something. So we're gonna cut a piece of metal here, and she's gonna build a little box out of some metal. The big challenge is putting together the chicken tractor, which is just a fancy term for a cage, a chicken cage, a roost, a nest, whatever you wanna call it, that has wheels that I can move around the yard. So we got plenty of yard where I wanna move them around. There's a lot of stray cats around here. I mean, obviously we actually take care of a stray cat here. And the cat's name is Cat or Her, for those who asked. But we got coyotes and different things. So I used to let the chickens run loose the last time we had chickens, and we lost several, you know, dogs and hawks and different things. So this time we'll just keep them in the tractor. We're gonna get 10 of them, but the tractor can only hold 6, so we may have to build something bigger if they survive. Obviously you get more than what you actually want. We want 6, but you're always gonna lose some. So you wanna get more than what you think you're gonna need. The problem is if they all survive, then you got 10. What are you gonna do with them? So you never know, we might eat them. Now, I've never been a big online shopper, which is funny because I'm off grid. I mean, wouldn't that be obvious? I'm not a big online shopper. One of the problems living out here is the nearest town that has any substantial shopping centers is about 30 miles away. It's a day trip. It's, you know, a 60-mile round trip. To me, that's a lot of driving. I mean, I gotta work. So going to town for anything is a pain. So I've been really doing a lot of online shopping, learning a lot about it. I know most of society has already figured this out, but I haven't. And so I was really shocked that you could buy chickens online. Now, our local hardware store does have the feed, so we'll get the feed from the hardware store. We do like trying to shop locally as much as possible, even though it's more expensive, because it brings money back into the community. Of course, all my money, you know, I work online, so my money comes from out of state. So I'm bringing new money into the economy here. So I'm sure that really helps out, boosts the economy. So today, I'm gonna try to assemble this chicken tractor. It wasn't supposed to be here until February, sometime early February, and here it is, you know, late January. So it's early. So that means that we can just step up our date for getting chickens. So I'm really excited. And again, you know, a lot of people keep saying, well, now the tiny house is built, the channel is gonna end. But like I said yesterday, I think the channel is just now getting started. I think what I'm trying to show now is most of these things I know you can do yourself. The other day I made this bridge. That bridge is so simple to build, and I tried to show it so everybody could build it if they wanted to build a bridge. I wanted you to be able to do that. So I'm trying to make it where everybody can do things on their own now. Raising chickens. You don't have to have a big, you know, hatchery or anything. We got a little tiny house, and we're gonna try to raise the chickens for 6 weeks in a tiny house. Of course, you gotta have earplugs. So, you know, these are the things you can do. It may not be overly comfortable. I've learned that You don't have to refrigerate eggs if you can keep the temperature of the egg at a steady temperature, so not huge fluctuations. I'm going to learn more about that. And since we're going to have so many eggs and we have such a little refrigerator, I got to figure out how I can preserve eggs outside a refrigerator. And so I'm studying up on that. And as I learn things, I will share those with you. Now, the other thing is I'm going to try to allow the chickens to eat whatever they want on the property, so we don't have to buy a lot of grains. Not that I'm trying to be cheap. I mean, I'll be happy to feed them whatever they need, egg producers and all that. But if they can get the most of their food from the ground, eating bugs and whatever, then we're becoming self-reliant and off-grid and self-sustaining and freedom, which is what this channel is all about, freedom. I think this is where everything's getting really exciting. I have seen the potential in this property since we got here, and I've tried to express the potential, but now we actually get to show the potential. I hope you stick around so we can share that joy with you. All right, so I'm gonna get started on this. Okay, so the chicken tractor, I'm just gonna call it a coop from now on so we don't have to come up with elaborate names. It's only 51 pounds, so this is gonna be really easy to drag across the yard each day, just to move it so they get new fresh bugs, new fresh grass, or whatever it is they need. When I open this, on the box it says, be careful opening the box, because if you need to return it, they'll only accept it in this box. So here it goes. Apparently there's some assembly required. Fortunately, after all the digging, I found the instruction manual. It's not overly thick, so I'm gonna take a pause here, check out the instruction manual, see how hard this is gonna be to put together. I bet there's 20 pieces, 30 pieces here. Man! Okay, so after reviewing the instructions for a few minutes, it doesn't seem all that bad. The instructions look pretty self-explanatory, so that's good. Only need 2 tools, a Phillips screwdriver and a drill. So that's good. I got both of those. I don't know what the drill's for yet. I haven't seen it used anywhere. The screwdriver I have seen. There's a lot of pieces, but only 8 steps. So it really doesn't, once it breaks it down, it doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna start putting it together. Okay, so I got it put together, and it wasn't as bad as I expected. There was a lot of pieces, but once you got the instructions open and went through it, yeah, it took me, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half. The instructions said 2 people, 45 minutes. I did it myself. I really like it. It's light. I carried it down here, straight. I just picked it up and carried it down. This is real light. But the thing is if we ever had to get another one, It's real cheap. It wasn't very expensive. That's the key, was it only took me an hour, hour and a half to put together. It's got everything we need. I wouldn't know exactly what I have to do. I'd have to get a design and build it, and it would take days to do, and it would cost lots of money. So I'm very happy I bought a prepackaged one. So we are well on our way to being off-grid. I know we're already off-grid, and the key was the solar panels, the well, and septic tank and all that. That was the key to being off-grid. But now we're gonna be self-sustaining eventually, where if something does happen, like I said in the past, I'm not a survivalist. I don't claim to be a survivalist, but we did have the pandemic. And if we hadn't had a month's worth of food already stockpiled in our freezer, it would have been a struggle. So if we have chicken eggs coming out every day, at least we'll have something to fill our belly. I'm very excited. I think Carolyn's getting pretty excited. We're gonna get chickens here in the next few days. So I hope I can inspire you to fill your belly when you're living your dream. Thanks for watching.